China has been ripping off the United States for many years. Such respect for China, the job you've done. You're a great leader. I say it to everybody, you're a great leader.
U.S. President Donald Trump arrived in Beijing like a man expecting to dominate the room. The red carpet was rolled out, military bands played, children waved American flags, cameras flashed. The Great Hall of the People sparkled, but somewhere between the handshakes, the banquets, and the Rose Garden walks, something changed. This wasn't the Trump the world is used to seeing. No chest thumping, no tariff threats, no public bullying, no America First swagger. Instead, Beijing witnessed something far more surprising. Donald Trump, but toned down many decibels. The man who once accused China of ripping off America suddenly sounded like Xi Jinping's biggest admirer.
China has been ripping off the United States for many years. Such respect for China, the job you've done. You're a great leader. I say it to everybody, you're a great leader.
At one point, Trump even compared Xi to a Hollywood casting dream. Tall, commanding, powerful, almost cinematic. And the internet noticed immediately, because this was not the same Trump who publicly sparred with NATO allies, mocked world leaders, or clashed explosively with Ukraine's Zelensky. In Beijing, Trump looked careful, measured, almost deferential. And Xi Jinping? He played the perfect host. The choreography was flawless, the symbolism was impossible to miss. Temple visits, garden walks in Zhongnanhai, grand banquets, historic courtyards. Xi didn't need to raise his voice. China's power spoke for itself, because Trump walked into Beijing at a moment when the balance of leverage may not favor Washington anymore. China dominates rare earth supply chains. China controls massive export networks. China remains central to global manufacturing. And crucially, China holds influence over Iran during one of the world's biggest geopolitical crises. Trump needed Xi, and Beijing knew it. That's why perhaps the biggest moment of the trip was what Trump did not say: Taiwan. Before the summit, analysts warned Taiwan would dominate the talks. Instead, Trump barely mentioned it publicly.
How were your talks, sir?
Great.
Did you talk about Taiwan?
Great place. Incredible. China's beautiful.
Even after Xi issued a direct warning, saying mishandling Taiwan could lead to clashes and even conflicts, Trump sidestepped questions completely. No tough rhetoric, no dramatic defense pledges, just silence. And then came the moment that really stunned observers. Trump appeared to agree with Xi's criticism of America as a declining nation, quickly clarifying that Xi meant Biden's America, not his own administration. But still, the symbolism mattered. For critics, this was the ultimate reality check, the self-proclaimed master dealmaker, arriving in Beijing only to discover the negotiating table had changed. By the end of the visit, Trump was still calling the trip fantastic, but many watching around the world came away with a different conclusion. In Beijing, Donald Trump didn't overpower Xi Jinping. Xi's hospitality, symbolism, and quiet confidence may have delivered Trump something far rarer in global politics: a very public ego check.
If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe to Mirror Now.